Nicolas Altstaedt. I'm from Germany, half French. My mother is French. I play the cello as a solo instrument, but also chamber music. I conduct and I live in Berlin. Berlin is already home for me, I would say. It has been 20 years I've been now around. I came here to study. I would say I feel very connected musically to this place. I think as a musician, as much as it is a cliché, I think if you have like-minded souls and people who love music and art, then home can be anywhere, I think, in the world. The Prinsengrachtconcert is one of these concerts I think every musician dreams in their life to do it once. Yeah, you don't have this kind of setting anywhere else in the world. I think there are of course open air concerts, but something that is so intimate and at the same time in the heart of the city. For me it's really like being invited into the living room of the people who live there. I probably look forward the most to be there for 3-4 days and at this spot and see the people who are coming and be part of this family. Especially in the night and with these energies of darkness and water and the mysticism in the night. You just try to have sounds that can speak for themselves and hopefully transcend with everyone. And I just hope that I can be the medium where that music can go through, and I'm not so much thinking about making it, try more of making or letting it happen. Think a lot about what could you do to make out the best selection. It's because every piece counts, every bar of music actually counts, and you want to somehow have the best, most diverse selection for the people. On the other hand, I also think it's such a chance for a musician to present things that are really close to your heart. So I was thinking a lot about pieces that are not in the common standard repertoire. The first person I actually asked to join me for this concert was Thomas Danforth on the lute, whom I met actually the very first time in Hungary at a festival of a friend of mine, Barnabas Kelemen, who is a violin player who will also be part of the concert. So I asked both of them. We are playing on the water. I chose a little piece that's called Le Tourbillon. That is when the water becomes dangerous current. That probably might not happen on that day, August, but it's still water. Then I thought also actually involving the violoncello piccolo. We'll play a piece by Westhoff that is about the imitation of a bell in the countryside. So it's originally for violin, but I wanted to do it on the piccolo cello. Then there's one composer that is very close to my heart, Sándor Veres. That is a Hungarian composer. So we'll play a dance at the very end. It's called Dobantos. That is from the 4 Transylvanian dances. So I hope with these different people and spirits, you have a diversity through which music can really speak. So this is the instrument I usually play on. It's a Guadagnini cello from 1749. In the 17th century, we have quite large instruments that are bass instruments to accompany. That was the cello. What it was made for. And so Guadagnini made quite small cellos. If you see a regular cello, it's going to be a little bit larger. I'm also not very tall, but even when I played it, people can see this is quite handy to tackle. Yeah, and this is the violoncello piccolo. I've always been dreaming of finding one. It's quite rare because they died out, so people rebuild old instruments, but it's very difficult to find an original one. It's certainly made in or around Brussels, 1730. The reason why you have this is the reason. This is the E string, so you have one more fifth. Now we have 4 strings, but with this, think of it as a different instrument. Yeah, I love it, and this is one of my challenges I want to explore still a little bit, yeah.